got patrol.
With only a couple of days left remaining in the academic year in the school year of 2018, two hockey teams gather here tonight at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center to conference rivals as well, looking to walk away with a win tonight. It's the South St. Paul Packers and the Mahtomedi Zephyrs here on SEC Sports. My name is Alex Westat, bringing you all the on-ice action between two of the top teams historically in Section 4AA here at South St. Paul and Mahtomedi. As you see the standings there, both teams at 3 and 4 behind Hill Murray, and a very surprising start from the Hastings Raiders in the Metro East Conference. You see Tartan, Sibley, St. Thomas Academy off to a slow start, although they haven't played a game in Metro East action yet, and the North St. Paul Polars rounding out your Metro East standings. We will pause quickly for the national anthem as performed tonight by the Mahtomedi Zephyr Pep Band here on SEC Sports. And welcome back here inside the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Again, South St. Paul Packers and Mahtomedi Zephyrs here to do action. We will have a ceremonial face-off coming up here in just a moment. Players to watch for the Packers: junior number 14, Jacob Saber, 3-2-5 on the season, one game-winning goal for a Packer team hovering right around 500. For the Zephyrs, rather, it's the senior forward, number 17, Joe Paradise. Again, as we await this ceremonial face-off. Wish I understood what the purpose of the face-off was or what the cause was. Perhaps something that I can find. As the puck is dropped ceremoniously. And it is Michael Miller for the Zephyrs doing that ceremonial face-off duty. Again, the player to watch for the Zephyrs tonight, senior forward number 17, Joe Paradise, 4-4 for 8 on the season here. 4 power play goals, 1 power play goal rather, a couple assists, averaging 1.5 points a game.
Thank you, fans, for your attention. Now, let's play hockey.
As you hear the public address announcer here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center declaring it is time to play hockey against the schedule. You look at it, a couple of tough matchups here for the South St. Paul Packers. Hastings, pretty good season so far. Rochester Century, a tough out, especially in Rochester. An improved Tartans club coming up here as well. And of course, Minnehaha Academy and St. Paul Johnson as well. For the Zephyrs coming up, a section opponent, one that's knocked them out of the playoffs a couple of times, coming up here on Saturday against the Northfield Razors. Then a trip up north, you see Virginia Mountain Iron Buell, and that's in a tournament. Again, not quite sure which tournament that is, but that'll be coming up here in the weekend to come. As again, you see there's number 17, Joe Paradise for this Mahtomedi Zephyr club. Again, 4-4-8 on the season. 1 power play goal for Mahtomedi, a team that has done very well here to start the season, only losing 1 loss, a game that we covered a couple of weeks ago as they faced off against the Hill Murray Pioneers right here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, a 4-3 loss for the Zephyrs. Starting in goal tonight for South St. Paul, that's number 39, Jacob Lissick. When you look at his stats on the season, 1-1-1. He has done pretty well, save percentage of .933 and a goals against average of 2 exactly. Meanwhile, on the other end for Mahtomedi, it'll be number 32, Ben Dardis. Had the opportunity to see him a couple of weeks ago. The freshman playing here, he faced off against the Moundsview Mustangs, earning the shutout. He is 2-0-0 on the season with a save percentage of perfection. Quick shot on goal, smothered inside as it gets pushed away here by the Packers as they'll look to break it back out through center ice. Carrying the puck up, Owen Ramirez onto that far wing, wristed shot on, easy glove save for Dardis. Will get a whistle and an early face-off in the defensive zone here for Mahtomedi. Again, Dardis, the freshman, perfect on the season. Only 26 shots on goal faced. Again, the Moundsview Mustangs not a terribly strong opponent, but the shutout still noticeable as Dardis has to steer that one to the corner. So face-off. Puck played in the corner now, a race to it. Tied up into the boards, goes back behind now where the Zephyrs can play it wide. Begley on the breakout. Shove the pass further, looking to spring into the attacking zone for Tom Paradise, unable to do so, and South St. Paul can take over. Maxwell Bauer flips the puck into the zone as the Packers will change defensively. Back to get it for Mahtomedi, the defenseman Noah Skillings. Skillings pass off the boards, looking for Paradise. Goes too far, an icing touch-up will come, and here we are, 16-10 left in this first period of play, no score. And a nice breakout pass looking for Paradise, just a little bit off the boards. Too strong, not a whole lot he could have done with that. The icing face-off will come here to the left of Dardis. As the fans continue to file in. Badly dropped pass in the face-off. We'll come back, we'll do it again. Fans continuing to pile in here to the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Of course, South St. Paul, not too far of a drive, about 10 minutes from here. Face-off won by Mahtomedi. Breakout through neutral zone. 3-on-2 rush through center ice into the attacking zone. Dylan Lallier tried to corral the puck, unable to do so. Sap in the corner, loose on the boards, all the way back to the point where Skilling sends it in deep, but turns it over to the Packers. Intercepted pass, though, quickly back in Lallier, but offside was Mahtomedi, and another neutral zone face-off upcoming. Of course, that 10 minutes to South St. Paul, depending on how fast you drive. When you have a lead foot like myself, or as my producer just mentioned in my ear, the wonderful Anthony Miller, if you are a bird, of course you could get there in 10 minutes, but not necessarily in this cold weather. Puck off the end wall, can be picked up here now. Nice pass through traffic, blocked to the corner. Back to the end ball now. Centering pass in front, intercepted, blocked away by South St. Paul. Can be picked up now by Matthew Winchester for the Packers before turning it over. Lifted the stick, Lallier to it from Mahtomedi, centering pass in front, all the way back to the blue line. Shot, score! Noah Skillings with the shot, 1-0 Zephyrs. Goal for Mahtomedi. Pretty good puck movement here, set up with a nice pass from low down to the goal line with a great chance there for Noah Skillings. I don't know if anybody got a tip on it. We'll look at the replay. But again, that pass from below the blue line, and Skillings just had to send it on. You can tell he's fired up about that one. A nice shot and a nice goal for Skillings. That'll be his second goal on the season, his 6th point. As you hear again, the public address announcer, not quite as skilled as I, however, as I mean to toot my own horn. Another chance here for Mahtomedi as they'll work in behind the South St. Paul goal line. Shot now, J.D. Metz with a shot fanned on. Comes back now to the half walls. The Zephyrs continue to hold the zone. Metz has it again, wristed shot through, save made there by the goaltender Lissick. Goes back in down low as Mahtomedi looks to hold his own in. Puck finds no one in particular. Can be chipped out. Again, shots on goal so far, 4-2 favoring Mahtomedi. Turnover at neutral zone, can be picked up in the defensive zone by Mahtomedi. Back to get it now, Colin Hagstrom. Hagstrom in his own defensive zone. Wristed pass on, looking for the stick of Duloc. Could not find him quite. The Packers can take over, looking to start a rush up the other way. Through neutral zone, Maxwell Bauer carried it in, turned it over at the blue line though. Can be picked up by Mahtomedi. J.D. Metz has it. He'll circle it back around his own net. For Metz, the sophomore, one of many sophomores on this Mahtomedi roster. A improved team, a better looking team from the eye test from what made the state tournament a year ago, losing to Orono in the semifinals of that state tournament down at the XL Energy Center. Turnover off the half wall, shot off of a skate into the net. We'll get another defensive zone faceoff coming to the left of the South St. Paul goaltender Jacob Lissick. Pretty good shot here off the turnover from the half wall. Just blocked the defensive stick there for the Packers off the stick of Michael Miller to get that shot. Puck into the corner. Here's Paradise. Lost it, left it there for Miller. Miller working around, a nice move. Pushed it further now where Paradise has a chance for it. Harassed by the South St. Paul defense. Down and low, Tom Paradise. One of two of the senior Paradises for this Mahtomedi team. Held in briefly before it leaks back out through center. Shoveled across here to the near side where Stoker will have to send it in. Stoker trying to get the puck in low, but turns it over. Lurs had it for South St. Paul as the Packers look to start a breakout. Only 2 shots on goal for South St. Paul in the early going. Puck goes to the half wall in the defensive zone for Mahtomedi. They'll pick it up there, looking to break it out through center. Tom Paradise, long pass through center ice, looking for his brother. As the puck turned over now, South St. Paul can take control. Skating through the neutral zone. Then into the attacking zone, that's Reed Kluender, the freshman. And lots of talented freshmen here in the East Metro. As teams continue to get improved by the Bantam and the Junior Gold associations. Players continuing to improve their skills in the offseason. Skated up now through center is Dylan Lallier. Lallier trying to work around, could not do so. And for Lallier, 1 goal, 6 assists on the season for a total of 7 points. Puck gets chipped out through to center. Defensively back to get it though for Mahtomedi is Tommy Broughton. Turnover now, 1-on-2 rush. We'll see if anything comes of this. As Macaro's shot on, has to be steered aside by Lissick. Goes all the way back now through the neutral zone. As they tried to flip it in, but could not do so. Another turnover in the neutral zone. It's picked up now by Corey Pilarski. Pilarski trying to center, dishes around. A shot goes off the end wall, out of play. We'll get another face-off coming here. 12:02 to go here in this opening period. Shots 5-3 Mahtomedi. Again, the former Polar Corey Pilarski had a couple of goals in the state tournament for Mahtomedi last year. As we look at the chance here, as he just kind of cut in and put a shot on goal before having it go out of play. It's a face-off at neutral ice, won by Mahtomedi. They will maintain possession again. Into the attacking zone, Dylan Lallier. Lallier pass for Pilarski, unable to connect. The Packers push it off the end wall as they try to clear it out. Stretch pass is incomplete. Goes back off that board. They try to clear in. Lurs tried to send it further. It'll go back deep defensively, and the goaltender will have to make the play again. Ben Dardis making the play on the puck. Pass through center into the attacking zone. Lallier dished it through center ice as they were trying to get the breakout working. All the way back to the blue line. It's held here now by Broughton. Broughton gets it back, chipped it in further. As Pilarski will hold the line, trying to take it in. Tied up by a defender for the Packers, as that was Klunder trying to make that play. Held in down and low off the turnover. That was Buttermore. Gets it back to the blue line. Broughton back for Buttermore as they circle. One-time shot, and it's smothered up there as Lissick has to reach out to grab it, and we'll get another defensive zone face-off for the Packers. Again, we want to welcome all of those who are watching on Town Square Television in the South Metro. We want to thank you for joining us. Face-off here to the left of the goaltender. Flipped out off the half wall, held in though right at that blue line by Tony Newbeck. Turnover, centering pass in front, slow play there, a shot and a good save made by the goaltender Lissick. He'll smother it on a short angle chance for Mahtomedi. Pretty slow passing into the attacking zone here for Mahtomedi, but again, they just leave Nikolai Dulak all alone right in front of the net, and the goaltender Lissick has to come over to make the save for Dulak. 3, 4, and 7 on the young season. A tip play made there, incomplete as it goes to the corner. Pushed out of the zone by South St. Paul. They'll carry the puck through, and then they'll dump it into the attacking zone. Shots on goal now read 7-3 in favor of Mahtomedi. This South St. Paul hockey team, one of a couple that hasn't quite really lived up to the hype in Section 4A. They were ranked in the top 20, according to Let's Play Hockey, to start the season. However, currently, only the girls team ranked. Another team that has knocked off the Mahtomedi girls a couple of times in their bid to make the state tournament. Puck off of a stick through the neutral zone. Back to get it for the Zephyrs is Connor Stoker. Stoker, one of many seniors who has played a long time on this Mahtomedi hockey team. They'll tie up 2-on-2 aside, with Miller providing assistance. And now they'll break out 3-on-2 if they hurry. Duloc dished it back for Miller. Miller tried to send a shot on, could not. Paradise has it now. Let's go Paradise back to the blue line. Stoker tried to slap one home, could not. Duloc back to the blue line for Stoker. Stoker, wristed shot, missed wide. It's gotten to by South St. Paul, but they're unable to control. A lazy flip out and a turnover allows the Zephyrs to take a chance. Nice poke play there. He's able to get back. What a great series of play. Dangerous play for Jacob Lissick to get away with that one, and a face-off coming here in the South St. Paul defensive zone. Again, it's the lazy little plays by the South St. Paul defense, the flips and the fancy plays of trying to get the puck out of the zone instead of simply taking that hard pass to get the puck out that has really cost South St. Paul so far. But for the Packers, only a 1-0 deficit, and for your Zephyrs, a 1-0 lead. Wristed shot on, steered to the corner there by Lissick. Can be picked up now, and again another flip is offside, and the Zephyrs will touch that. We'll get a neutral zone face-off upcoming. 9:03 remaining here in this first period of play. Again, we talk about where the teams are coming into play tonight. The Zephyrs enter at 4-1. Only loss which has been sustained by them was a loss that we covered for you here on SCC TV. A 4-3 loss here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center to the Hill Murray Pioneers, a team currently ranked number 10 in Class 2A. And for South St. Paul, 2-3-1 on the season. They've lost a couple of times, a couple of teams they probably shouldn't have lost to, but Hill Murray they should have lost to, and they did. But then they kept it close with St. Cloud Cathedral, only losing that one by a score of 5-2. Sustained neutral zone or attacking zone time here for Mahtomedi. Shot on, nice save there off the stick of Miller. Can be held in now by Paradise. Miller has it again on the half wall. Miller tied up by the South St. Paul defense. Puck off the stick there, can be gathered up now by the Packers. Check through the neutral zone, stopped by Dardis behind his own net. Picking up now with speed. Pass out of the defensive zone there off the stick of Skillings. Ahead now. Trying to deke around the defense, Tommy Broughton. Broughton skating around, looking for assistance. Finds it in Lallier. Lallier watches the puck go to the corner where it can be picked up by the Packers as they try to break out. Goes all the way back out to center where Corey Pilarski playing back defensively. Into the attacking zone with speed now. Here comes J.D. Metz. Metz a shot and a good save there again by the goaltender Jacob Lissick. We'll get another face-off upcoming. Again, look at the speed here coming in for J.D. Metz. A nice centering pass and a really good strong shot off the stick of Cole McCarver, another senior for this effort team. And the goaltender Lissick able to make that save. Face-off won by the Zephyrs, goes all the way back to the blue line now. Here's Metz's shot, fanned on. The block hit one of the Packers in front. Sticked aside to the corner by Lissick, held in though by the Zephyrs. Goes to the corner, off the glass, and almost out before it's held in there by Metz, who sends it in further. Reaching to it is Pilarski. Pilarski, one of the leading goal scorers in the state of Minnesota a couple of seasons ago. Tremendous kid with a ton of hockey talent. Turnover though at the neutral zone as the Packers have struggled to enter the attacking zone all night long here in the early part of this game. Dardis has to make a play on the puck with the glove sliding wide. That should not be an official shot on goal, but they mark it as such. Flipped into the attacking zone as the Packers attempt to clear. Play tied up with the puck. A couple of kids standing in the way, so we can't quite see what's going on. Pilarski tried to pass. Puck leaks back out through to the neutral zone, and will simply be dumped in by Neubeck. We'll have to go back to play it. As the Packers look to start the breakout, an aggressive forecheck here so far from Mahtomedi, but it continues to work. Duloc had the puck, turned it over though. And a great effort now by Buttermore to take that puck away. Packers now with 3-on-2, should they hurry. Tried to flip it around the defense was Jackson Lures, the senior for the South St. Paul Packers squad. Could not quite do so. Lures a player on the football team, I believe, but I could be wrong. It has been quite some time since we covered that team in any sort of a game. Goes all the way back out through center. They tried to chip it in, and again some speed here now for Mahtomedi as they enter the attacking zone. Pushed off the puck, centering pass, looking for Duloc, unable to find him though, as the puck goes through the corner and now to the half wall. All the way back, held in nicely there by Stoker. Shot on, missed wide. Can be cleared out now, and the music suddenly playing here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. I've never had that happen before. Again, the puck now can be corralled as the Zephyrs start to try a breakout. Long stretch pass, would have been offsides anyway, and it'll go all the way back down to the defensive zone. For an icing touch-up coming here, 5:43 to go. Shots read 11-3, Mahtomedi. Again, you'll notice the Zephyrs wearing the traditional road blue jerseys tonight here at home. The Zephyrs celebrating a major anniversary with their hockey program. I can't remember if it's 25 or 65 years, but I have seen the patch. It is quite a nice commemorative patch for this Zephyr program. Another icing touch-up coming, another defensive zone face-off for Mahtomedi. Again, you see the Packer home jerseys there. The traditional white and maroon look that the Packers have had for many a decade, with a little bit of gold splashed in there as well. Face-off won by South St. Paul. Wristed shot on, takes a tricky bounce, but it's able to be corralled by Dardis as the Zephyrs take a breakout the other way. Picked up now by Tom Paradise, but he's offside. Now we'll get another neutral zone face-off, slowing the play down just a little bit here, but I'm sure we'll pick up again soon. Face off on the right wing side here of neutral ice, right at the South St. Paul blue line. Face off won by the Packers. Zell controlling their own defensive zone. Stretch pass looking almost too fancy as it goes two down. The icing play is waved off. It can be picked up by Mahtomedi. Skillings will start the breakout behind his own net. Dangerous pass right through the blue paint. It's picked up now. Long pass looking for Miller. Miller knocked down. The Zephyrs try to take that puck back. They could not do so. It leaks back out to center. As Mahtomedi will start the rush back in. Puck in there for Paradise. Held in nicely though by his brother Tom. Joe Paradise applying some forechecking. It's taken over though by the Packers. They'll get to it. And then Joe Paradise takes over again. Paradise trying a backhand shot. Got it on goal, but it went wide. The rebound attempt there, no good. It's corralled here now on the near wall. Fighting for it 2-on-2 aside. Stick lifted briefly as Lallier tried to spin around a defender. He could not do so. And the puck is played further along now by the defense of Joshua Lissick. Held in though by the Zephyrs. Racing in, a centering pass as Skillings tried to keep that play alive. Held in now, Tom Paradise. Paradise for Joe, a shot that goes wide. All the way to the half wall. First to it are the Packers, as Owen Ramirez had it. Ramirez appeared to be hooked up. No whistle will come of this though. Nice strong check there. It's held in for the Zephyrs as Metz tried to race a shot on goal. Could not. Lallier first to the puck. Chipped it down and low. Looking for assistance. Unable to do so now. The Packers have a chance here. Shorthanded into the attacking zone. Owen Ramirez dished it off. Shot goes wide. And unable to get to that as his shots have not quite hit the net here for South St. Paul in this one. Nice 2-on-2 rush there. Pushed to the corner with the waffle board by the pad of Lissick. Pilarski working along the half wall, trying to force a turnover, but the puck leaks back through center. Metz plays it off the boards further now to his defensive partner on that far side. In the attacking zone almost, but full defensively by Maxwell Bauer. Off the end wall as the Zephyrs will apply their forecheck. Puck goes to the half wall as the Packers try to clear a turnover here now. Can be picked up by McCarver. Tried to put it in front, but nobody was there to receive. And now South St. Paul can start a breakout into the neutral zone for Winston. Shot on, blocked away by the pad of Dardis. We get a whistle now. And I'm not quite sure what happened there. A puck into the net perhaps. And looks like we'll get a defensive zone face-off upcoming here. 2:53 remaining. Shots now read 11-4 Mahtomedi with the score that matters, reading 1-0 Zephyrs. Face-off to the right here of Dardis. Can be tied up. Stoker gets to it for Mahtomedi. Pass for Duloc on the half wall as the Zephyr breakout continues. Lallier stretch pass looking on that far side. Wristed shot goes wide. Picked up again by Stoker entering the zone. Turnover here now. It's a 2-on-1 rush if the Packers can gain speed into the attacking zone now. Pelodiachuk shot on, steered aside by Dardis. First to it for the Zephyrs as they try to break out again. Another nice breakout here for Mahtomedi. Stoker to Lallier. Lallier pushed it back looking to try to find Hagstrom, but the puck unsuccessfully connected. It's back out through center now as the Packers look to change and the Zephyrs look to take advantage of that. Into the attacking zone now. Begley tried to connect a shot there, but was unable to do so. Pass through into the Zephyr bench off the stick there of the South St. Paul Packers, and we'll get another face-off coming here in the neutral zone by number 24. Face-off coming here at Central Ice. It'll be Miller, opposed by Ramirez. That was Saver, rather, one of our players to watch here for South St. Paul. Ineffective so far, the Packers, though. Picked up now by Ramirez on the far side. He'll flip it in. And Dardis will have to make the save as the puck right on goal. We'll get another defensive zone face-off. Face-off to the right here. 1:53 remaining. Plays tied up now. It goes back behind where defensively Mahtomedi can take over. Tom Paradise, long stretch pass looking for his brother Joe. Unable to connect. Goes back into the defensive zone where Tommy Broughton can play. Skillings now. Skillings tried to push further there for Miller. Unable to do so though. He was on the other side of the red line. That's an icing touch-up coming here. Shots now starting to even out now as they read 11-6 in favor of Mahtomedi. Face-off will be the left to the left of the goaltender Dardis. Again, the freshman perfect so far on the season and in this game. Ramirez tried a shot on, but it goes back wide. Again, aggressive forecheck in the attacking and defensive zones for Mahtomedi have led to a lot of puck possession for the Zephyrs here in this first period of play. Puck held in though on the blue line by Joshua Lissick. Lissick shot on. Created a rebound chance in front, but the Zephyrs are able to snuff that one out. Through the neutral zone, Tom Paradise working in, trying to get that shot, unable to do so though. Joe Paradise, lazy shot on. We'll get another face-off coming here in the attacking zone for the Zephyrs to the left of the goaltender, Jacob Lissick. I would assume that Jacob and Joshua, both being juniors, both playing hockey together, would be twins, just like I believe the Paradises are for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. Bilalier in the face-off for Mahtomedi. It's tied up. Good chance here for Pilarski. Goes wide off the glove of the goaltender, Lissick. Puck all the way back to the blue line. A shot on, finds its way to the half wall. Lallier for Pilarski now. Tried to take a couple of steps in, could not. Back to the half wall. Lallier pushed it further now inside the last minute of play here in this opening period. Pilarski got it back to the blue line before it's unable to be handled cleanly by Neubeck. All the way back in as it's dumped. The Zephyrs offside. One of the Packers pushed him off. That should still be offside, but the official put his arm down. Held into the zone. We'll see if a goal comes of this. Lallier tried to center. Gets all the way back to the blue line now, and Metz. Metz's shot goes wide. Goes all the way back up to center. Now the goal, should one have been scored, won't matter, or won't be a point of contention anyway. Picked up in the defensive zone. Great effort there by Corey Pilarski to force a turnover. Puck up and into the South St. Paul bench with 7 seconds remaining as the Zephyr band stands ready to perform in this second period. It is Chuck-a-Puck night here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. I did purchase a puck. We'll see if I'm able to do anything with it at Chuck-a-Puck time. I don't know if it's the first or the second period, but I guess the hailstorm of pucks will be my indicator. 7 seconds remaining. Face off to the left of goaltender. It's one cleanly by South St. Paul. 2 seconds and 1. And that'll do it here in this first period of play with the Mahtomedi Zephyrs leading by a score of 1-0. Shots on goal after one read 12-6. We'll go ahead and step aside, take a break, show you some public service announcement. This is your home for Mahtomedi Boys Hockey, SEC Sports.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Oh, sweetie. Okay, you know what? Let's take off his sweatshirt. Get rid of pictures of him. You don't have to look at him. Goodbye, Dave.
Mom, you don't understand. He's tagged in like 400 of my posts.
I can cut out tags.
No, that's not how it works.
What is a tag?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care would love to share their first with you.
You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Find support for your strength. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Noah Skillings, the only goal scorer here in this game between two Metro East Conference rivals. At the beginning of the second period, the score reads Mahtomedi 1 and South St. Paul 0. My name is Alex Westat, bringing you this action here for SCC Sports, and will be shared with Town Square Television in the South Metro. As we take a look again at the Skillings goal, which broke the scoreless tie. Again, you see great puck movement by Lallier, getting that puck all the way back to that blue line in that one-time shot. Skillings does not miss the net, shot it through traffic, and more times than not, that will result in a goal. And for Skillings, an impressive season so far, as that will be his second goal of the season and his 6th point overall. One thing I want to talk about briefly before we get play started here in the second period, the QRF, as produced by MinnesotaScores.net, oftentimes a good indicator of where teams will be seated. Some sections use it for their seeding. Currently, in the state of Minnesota, according to that QRF ranking, Mahtomedi is 4th overall in the state, but would be 2nd in Section 4A behind the Totino Grace Eagles, who, when I looked at their schedule, haven't played anybody too significantly as of yet. A couple other scores currently from Fab 4 action as we are underway here in the second period right now. And of course, by the time you watch this will be out of date, of course. But, ooh, a nice check there into the neutral zone. Mahtomedi leading this one, of course, 1-0. North St. Paul and Tartan with the Titans leading that one by a score of 4-3. A couple of Section 4 AA opponents there. And then on the White Bear Lake side, tied with Roseville 1-1. Perhaps the most surprising thing, shots on goal in that first period for White Bear Lake. The Bears had 15, Roseville had 1. As the South St. Paul Packers corral the puck as they'll take it out through the neutral zone area. A shovel pass looking to find the intended receiver of Bauer, unable to do so. In that first period, it was 12 shots for Mahtomedi, 6 for South St. Paul, as the Packers really struggled to enter the zone at times. Begley tried to shoot a puck on, he could not. Puck is still loose behind the net there. It's now finally picked up by South St. Paul. Ramirez looking for the stick there of Heimerl, unable to find it. Now a 2-on-2 rush. Ramirez working in. He'll have to cut it back. A screen by the official allows the Zephyrs to get the puck back out through center. This will be an icing touch-up. Now we'll get a defensive zone face-off coming. 15:48 to go. Again, as I've tweeted before, time to time at my SCC TV Twitter account at AlexSCCTV. I don't put too much faith into the QRF simply because, we'll talk about in a moment, the Section 4 AA rankings for the remainder of our teams in SCC territory. As a face-off won by the Zephyrs, quick speed to get the puck back out through center as the Packers lost an edge rather. Into the attacking zone, Pilarski wrists it high into the net. And we'll get another face-off coming high in the attacking zone on the other side of the ice. But again, if you look at the Section 4 AA rankings, right now you see White Bear Lake at 2nd, Hill Murray at 3rd. And again, we take a look at that play there. Pilarski just a little bit too high on that one. Tartan at 5th, North St. Paul at 8th. But the one that surprises me the most, Stillwater, currently listed at number 1 overall. Why? They're 4-0 overall with a goals for of 8.33 and a goals against of 0.5. However, a deeper dive into that, you look at their schedule. They've played a terrible Gentry Academy team that plays out of Section 4AA, and then a Mounds View team. They shut out both of them by a combined 17-0. And again, the same rink as these Stillwater ponies here. Again, you look there, you see a couple of girls championships for Stillwater, no boys as of yet. If you're a Fab 4 team, you certainly hope that they keep those banners from being raised here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center until Mahtomedi is able to do so. Penalty for Pilarski sets up South St. Paul in their first power play of the game. They run at a 20% clip. As the puck batted out into the defensive zone, they will wave a hand pass, as was rightfully called. It'll be another defensive zone faceoff for the Zephyrs. PA man was announcing the penalty, but then stopped to look at Snapchat by the looks of things. So we'll get Pilarski sitting here on the power play upcoming here for South St. Paul, trailing 1-0. Lallier and Saver on the faceoff for their respective schools. The faceoff won by Saver for the Packers. Held on the blue line at that far side, tried to push it down further, but Skillings, a goal scorer for Mahtomedi, tried to push it out at the half wall, could not. Puck comes all the way back out, can be chipped out, but held in nicely at that blue line by Ramirez before finally it leaks back out through center. The goaltender Lissick, very strong in that first period, 12 saves on 13 shots. He's been a bright spot for the South St. Paul team thus far this season. Pass through center off the skate there of the Packers. Cutting it back now, here's Jacob Saver. Saver working in, shot goes high over the goaltender. Dardis for this Mahtomedi Zephyr, the freshman, standing very short in that, but of course with time and age he will grow, become harder to shoot on. The Packers seem to have been shooting high, looking to cover the top parts of the net with their shots when they have come. Halfway through here now, this second period, not the second period, but the power play rather for South St. Paul. The first power play for either team in this game. Puck carried back in, out through to center. The Packers will have to try to enter the zone again. Ramirez gathering speed through center ice into the attacking zone. A nice little dish. Nice to the corner as it goes back to the half wall. Zephyrs on the year, 95-2 rather on the penalty kill. They've been very strong. Intercepted pass there as the Zephyrs tried to flip it out, but again, a great play by Ramirez to hold the blue line. Tried to pass it further now for Saver, but a rush back the other way for Mahtomedi. Into the attacking zone, Nikolai Dulak dekes around before the puck got lost into the half wall on the end boards. Taken down was Dulak. Tries to play it with his stick as the Packer defender was able to. Goes all the way back now. Begley at his own blue line. He'll send it in further. Down and low where it can be played now. South St. Paul trying to take it out. Finally pushing the play up ahead as the Zephyrs return to full strength. Dipped into the attacking zone there by Matthew Winchison for the South St. Paul Packers. Puck turned over now as the defense there of Adam Johnson as he lost an edge and fell to his butt. Back through the half wall, chip back out through center, all the way down the length of the ice. The arm is up for the icing, and it will be called. 13:10 remaining here, only one shot in the period, as that goes Mahtomedi's way. 13-6 overall, currently reads your shots. Again, a very important game as far as conference even goes. South St. Paul enters in conference play at 1-2-1, and Mahtomedi enters at 1-1. Face-off upcoming here to the left of Dardis. You hear one man clapping. Goes all the way back to the half wall where it can be picked up now by Skillings as Skillings tries to break play out. Chip it back all the way through center as the Packers play defensively. And the chance there, Paradise score! Joe Paradise with a beautiful goal, his 5th of the season, to give the Zephyrs a 2-0 lead. Again, you look at that patience there by the senior Joe Paradise to just wait out the goaltender Lissick for the South St. Paul team, and he just put it up and over his shoulders to give Mahtomedi this 2-0 lead. Puck back into his defensive zone as it goes all the way back out through center, and the Packers look to find some sort of way to respond here to this one. Puck chipped around. Nice defensive play by Skillings to keep the man off the puck. Turnover now again. Shots on goal now read 14-6 in favor of the Zephyrs. 2 in this period for Mahtomedi, 0 for South St. Paul. It's a breakout now. Nice check play to push the man off the puck, but it's picked up now either way into the attacking zone. Here comes Broughton. Broughton left the puck. Score! Beautiful one-time shot for the Zephyrs. It's Miller to make that play. 3-0 Mahtomedi. And you looked at this rush, you thought it was harmless at time, but then Broughton pushed the puck in front, but then Miller able to do what I was unable to do in my last hockey game. He's able to put that puck, I was just laying right there in the center of the ice, streaked right for it, put the stick on it, and pushed it past the goaltender for a 3-0 Mahtomedi lead. 3 shots on goal in the period for Mahtomedi, 2 goals to show for it. As the Zephyrs will look to break out and add to this lead. Puck carried in the attacking zone as the Zephyrs looking to really put this one out of reach. Goes down and low now, can be picked up by McCarver. Turns it over. South St. Paul can play, but it's picked up, intercepted now by J.D. Metz. Metz sends it around, stopped behind the net by Lissick. Pushed it forward. Played there on the half wall. As again, we'll await for play to continue. Offside is delayed. Picked up now by McCarver in his own defensive zone. Metz pass, gets it back to McCarver. With some space on that far side, tried to punch pass it into the zone, but could not. Puck goes down to the corner. Icing is called. Perhaps a little too fast in the boards there, boys. And we'll get another face-off coming in the defensive zone here for South St. Paul with 11:33 remaining. Again, we're talking about those QRF rankings earlier. Mahtomedi girls play out of Section 4A currently in what is a 5-team section. The Zephyrs would be second if it were seeded based on that. Second only to the South St. Paul Packers. Face-off won by South St. Paul. They'll carry it out of their own defensive zone off the half wall. It's held in by Mahtomedi, 2-on-2 aside. Puck is intercepted. It's carried now by Adam Johnson. Before turning it over there, knocked off the puck. A great play defensively. Johnson flips the puck in. It's off the glove before turning it over now. Here's a chance. Here's Klingbeil tried to carry it in. Wristed shot on, intercepted. Sent down the length of the ice. They'll get to it as icing should be waved off, and it is. Nice tie up there in the zone by the South St. Paul Packers. It's held in now. Newbeck trying to clear it out off the stick high of Adam Johnson. The Packers will simply send it back in as that was Reed Klender who's trying to send that in. Still without a shot on goal in this period is South St. Paul. Almost 7 minutes elapsed in it. Turning it over now. Skillings up ahead for Johnson. Johnson shot, it's loose. They could not bury that rebound though. And picking it up is Sam Lehman. Turned it over, battling for the puck there. It's picked up by Klender. Klender dipped around a man. Dipped, I should. 2-on-1, a big hit there on the boards. And it looks like we'll have a penalty here as it'll be Colin Hagstrom who's indicated to go for the box. The question is, was it high? Is it worth a 5 or will it only be a 2? And again, we'll take a look at it here on our replay. As the communication is made, 16-6 shots on goal here. Here's a breakout through the neutral zone. You see Hagstrom there running in. Definitely a boarding call. They will put the 5 minutes up as it may have been a hit from behind. And that, if it is the case, is probably the smart call to make. And now South St. Paul gets their second attempt on a power play. It's a long one. 5 minutes of power play time. Initial face-off on the 5-minute major. There's one tied up into the corner, though. An effective way to kill a penalty. Puck goes all the way back out. It's held in, though, before South St. Paul. It's Winchester trying to push play alive. It's intercepted. Back to the blue line. A chance. Ramirez. Puck's loose. Still battling for it. It's picked up now by Dulac, who chips it off the glass and out. An effective start to this penalty kill for Mahtomedi. Again, as we mentioned, just to start the first power play for South St. Paul, Packers operating at a 20% clip offensively on the power play, and defensively for the Zephyrs on the kill, 95.3%. Which, yes, sounds like a radio station. However, it is very good for a penalty kill. Puck back further out as the Zephyrs certainly can hold the puck to kill some penalty time as well. Goes all the way back in where Ramirez will play, getting a chance to clear it out. Pushed it further there, but Saber has it go off his stick. Turned over almost, and now it's picked up off the half wall as South St. Paul trying to break it out. Again, the aggressive forecheck here of Mahtomedi working exceptionally well. A turnover now. Lallier has a puck all alone, breaking in. Wristed shot goes wide. Dangerous chance there for Mahtomedi, shorthanded. All the way back out. Turning pass in, looking for the tip of this defending wing coming down. Picked up now by South St. Paul into the attacking zone. Lehman gathered up some speed along that far wing. Pushed it in front as he shot there off the stick of Pelotia. Chuck goes high. Pinned up into the boards. 3 minutes remaining here in this penalty kill for the Zephyrs. Off the boards. Back out as the entirety of the South St. Paul team appeared to be attacking the puck carrier there. Can be gathered up now. Good defensive kill there for Tony Broughton. And back to play it behind his own net will be Jacob Lissick. Push further there off the stick there. A couple of additional skaters here for South St. Paul that we don't quite have number way. A breakaway. Miller in. The poke check worked on the great play by Jacob Lissick to poke. Another tip play in front for Miller, unable to connect. Great poke check there of the goaltender Jacob Lissick, able to keep the deficit at 3 for South St. Paul. Puck out of the zone. It's picked up now 2-on-1 if the Packers realize it. Pushing it back, waiting for some assistance. Try to put it in forward through the banners up top. So play can continue. Held in now by South St. Paul. Further along there for Lurs. Lurs wristed shot through traffic and it goes high to the half wall. Puck off the boards and all the way down to the defensive zone. Almost 2 minutes, 2:11, now 2:10 remaining on the penalty kill for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs. They've had more chances to show for it in the 5-minute major than what South St. Paul has had. Into the attacking zone are the Packers. Kept down and low for Winchester. Winchester trying to work around the defense of Stoker. Puck all the way out off the stick there of Lurs as he tried to knock it down, keep it in the attacking zone. And Jacob Lissick will have to go back to play it. Can be picked up now by his brother Joshua. Skating with speed and crossovers through neutral ice. Into the attacking zone. Lissick waiting for some assistance. Dumps it back now to Ramirez. Ramirez for the one-timer! Off the net and off the post and stays out. Joshua Lissick again. Lissick for Ramirez. Ramirez looking down and low, gets it all the way back. Saber had the chance at it, but now a 2-on-1 rush for Mahtomedi. Begley, centering pass. Deke score! Beautiful play, shorthanded for Mahtomedi. Dylan Lallier, 4-0 Zephyrs. Well, the puck play fantastic to get that play out of the zone. A textbook pass from Wyatt Begley, putting the puck in front, lifting it over the defender's stick. And Dylan Lallier able to get a goal, his second of the season, and 8th point overall, giving Mahtomedi a 4-0 lead. Short-handed now, still for another minute and 8 seconds are the Zephyrs. As we get the Packers adding some additional skaters onto the ice. 6:22 remaining here. Shots read 17-10. Miller dumped the puck into the attacking zone. Back to get to it. Jackson Lurs. Lurs trying to skate around the defense. Lurs will send it on from well beyond the red line, but it's on goal, and the goaltender Gardis has to make the save. Puck all the way down the length of the ice. 5 shots on goal aside for both teams here in this second period of play. Back at the point, it was held in before being sent intentionally wide by Broughton. Back to get it to South St. Paul. They can pick it up off that half wall. Chip pass through center. 3-on-2 rush for South St. Paul. Should they hurry? Lehman passed off to the wing. Centering shot on goal by Heimerl. And now a breakaway the other way. Here comes Joe Paradise. Paradise in! And he could not handle it before finally being able to find it right in the space between the body and the blocker. And we'll get another face-off. Again, the play of one of our players to watch, Joe Paradise. It looked like he didn't quite know where it was, but it was right there. between that space between the blocker and where it hits the chest protector part of the jersey. He's able to make the save. Well done, young man. 5:24 to go here, second period. And one of the things that I don't really care for this much in high school hockey is that once the official in the back puts their arm up, typically that means that you don't make a line change anymore. But I've seen this happen time and time again where the players have been waiting on the ice until the visiting coach realizes what the matchup is, and then whichever team he wants to send out there, all of a sudden, then they go off the ice. One of the fads in high school hockey that I'm not a huge fan of. Shot on there as it's 18-11 overall off the half wall. Able to get to it though is South St. Paul. Strong pass, too strong, however. And Mahtomedi will get to it as the Zamponi comes out just a little bit early out of the garage here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Down and low, Tom Paradise tried to push it further before it's able to get to South St. Paul now. In the attacking zone, Ramirez, another shot on, rising shot, covered by Dardis. And we'll get a defensive zone face-off coming here for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs, leading 4-0. Again, when we look at Mahtomedi's upcoming matchups here, again, you see the shot from Ramirez into the attacking zone. A sharp angle shot from well out. That's the one that most goaltenders should be able to make fairly easy. But again, you look at the schedule upcoming. They play Northfield here on Saturday at 7:30, and then they travel to the Iron Range Invitational, playing Virginia, Mountain Iron Buell, Hibbing and Chisholm, and Greenway. Certainly an exciting weekend as the holiday tournaments start up here. We're nearing the festive time of the year. Hopefully everyone has bought their presents yet. If you haven't, it's all right. I'm in the same boat. Puck up into the corner now. Tied up into the corner. All the way back to the blue line. Shot wristed on there by Newbeck. Off the boards. Chip back out through center. It'll have to go into the defensive zone where J.D. Metz can get to it. Pass off the boards. Chipped in further, but intercepted now by South St. Paul. Trying to turn it over again here, and with speed now Mahtomedi into their attacking zone. Pilarski dished it back. Shot. Great save by Jacob Lissick to stop the shot of the Zephyrs. Again, Pilarski here, a nice shot there for Cole McCarver with some great speed. Again, this team really does benefit both sides when you have fast skaters, and that's certainly what we've seen with the Zephyrs. Pilarski's shot fanned on wide. Goes all the way back to the blue line. Stoker's shot off the end boards and wide. Fighting for it was Pilarski trying to hold the zone in. We have a penalty coming up here. It looks like it'll go against Mahtomedi, their third penalty of the night. We'll wait for the official call. Looks like it'll go against Corey Pilarski. Again, he doesn't like it. The senior transfer. It looks like it'll be another penalty on South St. Paul, as well as Jackson Lures will take a seat. And the habitual conversation in the penalty box between visiting players will ensue. 3:31 remaining. They'll skate even strength, 5-on-5. Nothing up on the penalty or the scoreboard. Face off here coming to the left of the goaltender Lissick for South St. Paul. It'll be Lallier on the face off for Mahtomedi. One here trying to get through, but unable to do so on a nice defensive play by Maxwell Bauer. Puck in the corner, gotten to by Klingbeil. Trying to center in front, can be intercepted again though. Back off the half wall, waiting for somebody to corral that puck cleanly. Tied up in the corner a little bit early before the play could be made there. Perhaps an interference call could have been made. A little bit of contact there, racing in, trying with a nice defensive stick there off the stick of Joshua Lissick to help his brother out. Puck held in there right at the blue line, still fighting for it. It comes back out through the center briefly before being led back in. Held into the attacking zone on the blue line. Begley. DDD pass, looking for a shot on, goes wide as they were looking for the tip of the stick in front off the play of Klingbeil. Dish pass, looking for the skate there. It was Colin Hagstrom. Puck goes all the way back into the defensive zone. It can be picked up now by South St. Paul. Joshua Lissick off the half wall looking for Ramirez. Carried further along now. The attacking zone by Lissick. Turned it over though. Now Mahtomedi has a chance. Long stretch pass looking there. Let's try to connect with Buttermore. Unable to do so as the puck goes on the other side of the red line. We'll get a whistle here. But I think the puck hit one of the sticks in front. As you see Billy Buttermore there. 2 minutes remaining here, second period. Shots on goal read 19-11. As the faceoff will come on the far wing here in the neutral zone. Faceoff tied up, knocked ahead. Can be gotten to into the attacking zone. Duloc rubbed off the puck. Picked up now by Skillings, one of the goal scorers here from Mahtomedi. Shot on, it's loose and a rebound, unable to be buried as it goes wide. As the goaltender out of position. Mahtomedi unable to capitalize. Turnover held to the blue line, however. Chipped down and low further. Hagstrom working with it. All the way back. Looking for a chance. Hagstrom tried the toe drag, unable to connect on it, however. All the way back. Skillings a shot and goes wide. Hagstrom back to the blue line now in the person of Broughton. Kept down and low where it can be rung around and gotten to by Luke McClellan for South St. Paul. McClellan had it, lost it, pushed it back out after he gathered it again. Number 24 for South St. Paul, one of the players not on the official roster. Inside a minute to go here in this second period of play. As his efforts race back through center, here's Skillings. Skillings working his way into the attacking zone, down behind the goal line off the end boards. Lost the puck there as he was trying to dish around. Pass through, can be picked up before being lost. Trying to keep it in front, however, worth his efforts, but unable to do so. Saver has it for South St. Paul, but it's held in there by the person of Broughton. Broughton raced in. Good blocker save there for the Packers as they look to get on the scoreboard here. Ramirez dishing around into the glove of the goaltender for the Zephyrs, Ben Darnus, and we'll get a face-off here with 19 seconds remaining. Again, you see Ramirez, second time here on a couple of rushes that he's just shot the puck as soon as he's gotten on the opposite side of the blue line. Not a high percentage chance. Perhaps the Packers trying to test the freshman, but unsuccessful so far. 19 seconds remaining here, second period. Shots on goal in this period read 6 for South St. Paul and 8 for Mahtomedi. Quick shot on. Dartis has to make a rising save. Again, 12 shots overall, as you see on your monitor. As the puck back through center now. One last rush here for Mahtomedi into the attacking zone. A nice move by Paradise. Paradise shot saved by the goaltender, and we'll get a whistle here as the horn sounds to end the second period. Mahtomedi leads after 2 periods by a score of 4-0. 21-13 shots on goal favor the Zephyrs. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one, the third period of play. This is your home for Mahtomedi boys hockey on SEC Sports.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
It appears these hot ashes are about to be dumped, which could possibly start a wildfire. How will Smokey deal with such a hot situation? The garden hose defense. Next, a thorough stir. Then another spray. And finally, feeling if the ashes are cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ah yes, the selfie. A ritual practiced so frequently with this tribe, but not so much by Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, the story of the night for South St. Paul goaltender Jacob Lissick has not been a positive one, giving up 4 goals on 21 shots against, as it was a breakout period for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as they lead this one 4-0. Again, let's take a look at the goals here. Again, just a nice little pass there. Wyatt Begley got it there for the stick there of one of our players to watch, Joe Paradise, who was able to put it across. Then another good rush here for Mahtomedi. Just a perfect puck laying right in the center, and Michael Miller's able to bury it to put it to 3-0. Then shorthanded, it was another breakout. Great pass from Begley there to get it to the stick of Dylan Lallier to extend that lead to 4-0 Mahtomedi. As you see, Jeff Poschel, head coach of the Zephyrs for many, many years now, not looking most pleased as his team finally takes the ice here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Again, one of the longest tenured coaches here in the East Metro with one program. He's certainly done a good job of keeping this team excellent. If you want to volunteer for SCC Sports, again, there's a couple of ways in which you can do that. Give Arlen a call, 651-747-3821, or you can email Arlen at scctv.org. And come on out and help us and participate in all the things that we do every single day. Over the period here of the second intermission, I took a look at a little bit about why the Zephyrs were going with their home or their road blues tonight. The jersey created specifically for the 65th anniversary of Mahtomedi men's hockey here in the East Metro on the opposite side of the lake. That is White Bear Lake. Again, the yellow shoulder area is labeled with each of the 10 years which the Mahtomedi Zephyrs have made the state tournament in boys hockey. Unfortunately for the Zephyrs, no state tournaments to show for it, only a couple of third place finishes. But then also around the armband, right about where the elbow would be, you'll notice a purple band if you see these jerseys live and in person. That jersey color corresponds to the original Mahtomedi High School colors of purple and gold, before switching to blue at some point in the 1990s. Face-off coming here to the left of the South St. Paul goaltender, Jacob Lissick. 4 goals allowed on 21 shots tonight. Face-off lost by South St. Paul. It goes right on, and Lissick will make that stop. Again, Mahtomedi, one of the top teams in Section 4A, certainly a favorite to return to the state tournament at the XL Energy Center again in March. The face-off one too strong as it goes all the way past the stick of Wyatt Begley, who gets to it in his own defensive zone. Puck sent back in by South St. Paul. Now he'll have to touch up and regain the offside rule. Turnover can be picked up now for the Zephyrs into the attacking zone. In comes Miller, trying to push it in front and able to do so. Puck all the way back to blue line. Begley's shot goes wide. Racing to the puck, Skillings. He scored the first goal for Mahtomedi tonight. Working into the slot. Puck high into the protective netting. Over the playing surface, we'll get another face-off in the defensive zone. Skillings, Miller, Lallier, Begley, your goal scorers. Actually, it's Paradise instead of Begley, excuse me. Your goal scorers for Mahtomedi tonight. Your scores for South St. Paul. This ends the list of scorers for South St. Paul. The puck goes in wide off of a stick of one of the defense of the Packers. Tied up behind the net. Racing for it, Pilarski, a nice spin move. Down and low behind the goal line. Pilarski toe drag. Lost the puck though on that fancy footwork and stick work. Turned over now. A shot on goal. Puck is still loose. Waiting for somebody to claim possession. As the goaltender Lissick able to make those saves. Puck is tied up as you hear some yelling and screaming. Can't quite comprehend why. Pilarski pushed into the wall. The puck held on that half wall. Racing to it, looking for possession. Gets back to it. Sends it in further. Pilarski forces a man to lose a stick. Lallier shot goes high off the stick of the goaltender Lissick. Back to the blue line, sent in low. Racing to it there are the Packers. Stick lifted allows South St. Paul to flip that puck back through center. It can be gathered as the Packers change. Zephyrs, however, look to capitalize on the odd man rush. Play real inside. Skilling's hard shot goes high over the net. Off the end wall. It's picked up now by South St. Paul. So they'll play it off the half wall. Looking as play goes up ahead now. Heimerl trying to play it further. Puck high off the glass again. It's gone to here by Dulak. Centering pass in front on successful connection. And South St. Paul can take it back the other way. Long stretch pass intercepted there by Mahtomedi rather. Sent in there by Skillings. Dangerous turnover there. Getting to it now, Buttermore. Lost the puck, however. Here's Dulak working into the center, all the way back to the blue line. Wasted shot on, goes high and wide. Over to cover the blue point. J.D. Metz trying to push a pass in front there for Dulak, unable to do so, but Mahtomedi will hold the zone. Metz has it again. Metz working shot in. A stick tipped it wide. And the South St. Paul net. They have to get it now. Buttermore back for Metz at the blue line. He'll pinch down. All the way back to the corner, Colin Hagstrom. Hagstrom push it around further. Off too far for Nikolai Dulak. Dulak dipsy doodling around the defense. Wristed shot on. Pushed in, we'll get a penalty here. A little bit of a retaliation there, but it might be, it probably should be the South St. Paul penalty, as is another thing we see too much in hockey. There's jostling for positioning from Hagstrom, but it will be a penalty here to Sam Lehman for South St. Paul. This will give Mahtomedi their first crack at the power play here tonight. At least it's supposed to anyway. They're waiting for a player to go into the box. I thought it was Lehman who would get the whistle. Looks like it won't be. And instead heading to the box, it'll be the Packers, number 27, who we do not have a number for on our roster. It's a face-off, one in the defensive zone by the Packers. They'll try to clear it out as Winchester couldn't do quite that before getting some assistance further along there for Jacob Saber. 35.3% power play for Mahtomedi. Very effective, very strong. We'll get a whistle, and it will be a penalty that is killed, as that'll be Tom Paradise taking a seat here for the Zephyrs. Fun while it lasted, I guess. The penalty kill for South St. Paul was at 87%. It'll be a little bit higher now, as that penalty is successfully killed. It'll be about a 10-second power play for South St. Paul once these minor penalties elapse. Perhaps nothing to do, not enough time to do anything with. Perhaps sometime. Behind the boards. Can be carried up now with speed. 3-on-2 rush through center ice into the attacking zone. It's carried Skillings. Waiting for some assistance. Try to get it around the defense, but the Packers able to get to it. That was Saber trying to push the puck in. Goes off that far board. It's gathered again at center by Jackson Lures. Tried to dish it, leaving it for Lures. Unable to do so, though. And Mahtomedi carries the puck in on a breakaway. Work again! And a missed shot opportunity there, and a great back check there in order to get to it for South St. Paul. Packers looking to break it out. Lures will simply flip it in as the Packers are at the end of a line change. They'll have to get some fresh legs onto the ice. Back to get it is now Mahtomedi. They look to start the rush back the other way into the attacking zone. Carey, first shot high, goes high into the net. Trying to corral it, but unable to do so was Tommy Broughton. And the Packers now corral. Ramirez off the half wall through center ice, looking for Jacob Saber. Saber trying to push play around the defense, but could not. Saver had the puck, watch it moved off his stick. Picked up now through center ice. Dulac will pick it up. Dulac waiting for some assistance on a 1-on-3. Spins around the defense, still working in as he falls to his feet. Well, falls to his knees, rather. Can't really fall to your feet when you're a hockey player, but puck tried to get shot on goal there, unable to do so, but it's held in there by South St. Paul. Tied up in the corner, 1-on-1 aside. Some assistance comes for each team. Go at the 2 seconds. The minor killed for South St. Paul. It'll be a brief 9-second power play, or perhaps a little bit longer of one now, as the Zephyrs send another man to the box, and this time it'll be Nikolai Dulac who will take a seat for Mahtomedi. Excuse me, I read that number incorrectly. That'll be Connor Stoker taking the seat. He doesn't like the call, but then a Packer goes to the bench, the box as well. It will not be 5-on-3 because I believe there are coincidental minors both sides, as joining him in the box will be Matthew Winchison and Jeff Poschel having a conversation with the officials, asking for an explanation. We'll get coincidental minors, and it'll be a brief, 9 seconds left on a 5-on-4 power play here for South St. Paul before Mahtomedi returns to full strength. Face-off tied up to the corner. Long centering pass, trying to fan a one-timer, but he fanned on it. There was Jackson Lures. Off the half wall, sent down in low, shots on goal, and through this one, 24-13. I believe that would be 3-1 in this period. Trying to race in, but unable to do so were the Zephyrs. Puck all the way back out through the center. Can be gathered up now before being sent back in. Lissick has to make a play on the puck. Down and low, Tom Paradise, 2-on-2 aside. Getting from assistance there from Michael Miller. Puck down and low, South St. Paul still have it. Back out through center, Polodiachuk with it now for South St. Paul. As the puck gets sent in, ringed all the way around that far board in the defensive zone. Quickly in now, Tom Paradise waited for his team to get as close as he could. Harassed there by Joe Paradise, got a full arm around. Surprised no whistle there as the Packers try to keep play alive. Of course, what's the harm in taking a penalty from time to time when your penalty kill has been so effective? 2-on-2 rush through center ice now for South St. Paul. Into the attacking zone, they'll carry it Sam Lehman. Lehman from a sharp angle, wristed shot on, saved by Dardis, who has not been too busy tonight. Centering pass in front, Dardis has to make the save. And while he has not been tested much tonight, he has been strong all night. The upcoming schedule tonight, girls basketball, Stillwater versus Tartan. That's courtesy of VAC TV, Valley Access Channels. Again, White Bear Lake versus Hill Murray. That will be tape delayed. We'll have a special presentation of that. Stillwater, White Bear Lake, the ISD 6-2 rivalry between North and Tartan in basketball coming up here on January the 11th. Some exciting matchups upcoming here on SCC Sports. We certainly hope that you're willing to join us for all of them when you can. Long pass off of the skate and a fortuitous bounce here for Mahtomedi's first to it. Now is a cling bell. We get a whistle, and we'll wait to see what that is. As he doesn't like it, he's talking to something. This should be a penalty. We'll see which way it goes. Or perhaps there was a clock issue. We'll wait. Not waiting for anything. It is a clock issue. They neglected to start the clock on the whistle, so they'll run some time off. Again, the upcoming broadcast, again, we'll pick that up. Mahtomedi North St. Paul boys basketball. Real strong match between two Fab Four powerhouses. Girls hockey, Stillwater, White Bear Lake. Positioning, again, courtesy of VAC TV. Then boys hockey, Mahtomedi versus Stillwater, and basketball, Tartan versus Mahtomedi. Again, Tartan looking to field another very strong team. In fact, all four boys hockey team, or boys basketball teams rather, looking very strong this early going here in this season. Tartan among the top 20 in Class 4A. White Bear Lake in the top 20 as well, surprisingly, in my summation. But then North St. Paul and Mahtomedi also doing very strong. Puck on the half wall. Gotten to there. Klingbeil trying to play, could not do so. The Packers able to push back out through center. Here's Skillings. Skillings will send it around as they'll dump and change. The word Jacob Lissick has to play a puck. Klingbeil a shot and a good save by Lissick, as he will get to that puck as quick as he can. Puck sent back in. Goes high. Inside 10 minutes remaining now here in this hockey game. Mahtomedi leads 4-0. Shots on goal read 27-15 as we get a nice touch-up coming here, and there'll be another face-off in the South St. Paul defensive zone. Again, the upcoming schedule for Mahtomedi, they'll face off against Northfield, a section opponent who's knocked them out of the section playoffs a couple of times. They'll face them here on Saturday. Virginia Mountain Iron Buell, Hibbing Chisholm, and Green Lane, the Iron Range Invitational coming up next weekend. Then at Henry Sibley before returning home Saturday, January the 5th against a very, very good St. Thomas Academy squad. As the puck played along the half wall, a strong check there. Push the man off, centering pass, score! Does not get any better than that. 5-0 Mahtomedi. And as you hear the thunderous ovation here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, it'll be the goal credited to Colin Hagstrom, his 4th of the season, leading all of the defense, or the forward rather, players that are listed as such. And again, look at this play here. Great play by Buttermore to push the man off the puck. Then just a great pass from Duloc moving laterally, trying to get that goaltender to move from side to side. It's exactly what you want the goaltender to do, and that's what the Zephyrs did well there on that chance. Another turnover low in the attacking zone. Can be picked up now. As South St. Paul trying to corral. Unable to do so, and first to it for the Packers is Brandon Roloff, one of the seniors on this Packer team. Pushed back to center. The turnover lost before being sent down and low and further now. And here's another chance for Buttermore. Turn it over now. It's picked up. Centering pass. One-timer. Blocked nicely by the stick there of Connor Sitar for South St. Paul. Working in now. Duloc tried to tip it further. Shot, score. We've hit running time. That'll be 2nd in a row. Colin Hagstrom. Well, again, the thunderous ovation here at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. A good shot from Duloc initially, and then just a nice little spin move through traffic. Colin Hagstrom had the entirety of the upper portion of the net to shoot at, and really when you have a chance like that, you just got to get enough of that wrist to lift the puck up into the air, and that's a goal every single time. 8:20. Again, as soon as that puck hits, it will be 8. As soon as that puck hits the ice on that first faceoff, that's when the running time starts, and that's exactly what we have here in this one. Wristed shot on, goes wide, as Mahtomedi leads 6-0, out shooting South St. Paul by nearly double, in fact, exactly double, 30-15. Puck on the half wall, leaks back through center, back to get it defensively. It'll be Connor Stoker. Stoker, one of the 3-sport athletes here on this Mahtomedi team, playing football and lacrosse in addition. Into the attacking zone, Dylan Lallier. Lallier, double pass, still loose in front of the goaltender, not gathered there. Still loose, still fighting for it. Goalie's without a stick. He grabs the defenders as it goes off of one of the defensive players for South St. Paul. The turnover. It's gotten to by Pilarski. Now Lallier again. Lallier, one time, big drive from Skillings, hits the defense in front. Turned over now, or can be picked up by South St. Paul as Bauer sent it out to center. That'll be offside. That'll be a whistle. Clock should continue to run, and there we go, and it will. Inside almost 7 minutes remaining here now. 6-0 Mahtomedi lead. Shots on goal read 32-15. For the Packers upcoming, they'll have a home match at Doug Woog Arena, one of my least favorite rinks in the East Metro, as they'll play Rochester John Marshall, Hastings, and New Ulm in the next 3 games. A homestand here for the Packers. Again, just another good chance, but good, solid goaltending here by Jacob Lissick to just hold that pad down and take away that bottom of the net. When you're that close, not much you can do. A breakaway chance and a blocker save. Another follow-up, and Lissick slides from post to post to make that save. Well, the defense has not helped out Jacob Lissick too many times tonight, but great goaltending there as he slides from side to side to make that save. We're going to face off coming here to Lissick's right. 6:16 and winding here in this 3rd period. Face off won by Mahtomedi. Skillings with it now. He'll send it down and low. First to it for Mahtomedi. Packers, though, able to get to it. Chip further along there, where it can be gathered up by Johnson. All the way near to the half wall here. Unable to avoid a check, but getting the puck out was Heimerl. Skillings will send it in further. Delayed offsides is waved off as the puck leaks through center. Now they'll take it here. 2-on-2 rush. In the attacking Jones as Johnson Makes his shot into the blocker, arm side. We'll get another face-off coming here in the attacking zone as both teams start to roll their lines a little bit here. They will see if something will stick here for either side. We'll get the face-off coming to the left of the goaltender, Jacob Lissick. Face-off won by Mahtomedi. Paradise unable to connect on the shot. It goes there to the near side, where it's picked up by South St. Paul. A turnover though, Miller tried to fan a shot through, but unable to do so. Tom Paradise able to get back to it. Tied up on the blue line, trying to hold the puck in before it comes back through to center. Offsides waved off. D-to-D pass in the slot for South St. Paul as Klender will be able to go back to get it. Winchison had it before moving it further on ahead for Klender. Klender working in, but some good defense by Mahtomedi ends that opportunity. Tied up on that wall now. Still held in. Trying to kick the puck further, but they could not. Miller now. Miller pass looking for Paradise. Tom Paradise into the zone. Wristed shot into the blocker. Into the protective coverings of Jacob Lissick. We'll get another face-off here coming in just a few seconds. Again, you see Tom Paradise shot right at the goaltender's padding there. That's a save as a goaltender that you want to see because you can cover most of those every night. A point of notion. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs have shut out opponents 2 times tonight. A 5-0 decision over Manziu and a 3-0 decision over Owatonna. There's a puck played in the corner. Now both teams looking to find possession successfully. There are the other results for them. 4-3 loss to Hill Murray. 7-2 win for St. Paul against St. Paul Academy. Another face-off upcoming here. And a 4-3 win at Hastings. The goaltender in the shutouts, well, that would be Ben Dardis. Perhaps something to consider for the Zephyrs as they continue on in this season. The face-off won by South St. Paul. They'll carry the puck up through center ice and try to get into the attacking zone before finally being able to do so. Back to play it though, Tony Newbeck along the near wall. Long stretch pass, Dulac finds a great streaker moving in and the shot goes wide. Dulac first to the puck, pushed it in front. Hagstrom leaves it for Newbeck again before it goes to that half wall. Looking for the hat trick was Hagstrom. As he'll field the puck now further along, looking for Dulac before the South St. Paul defender pushes him off. Back out through center. Defensive Tommy Broughton able to get there. Into the attacking zone was Buttermore. Buttermore tried to carry the puck in. Pushed it further half wall, could not keep it alive. Turned it over though for Mahtomedi. Buttermore knocked off the puck. Centering pass in front finds no particular receiver. Broughton could not find Buttermore again. As the puck down and low, Skillings has it. Centering pass in front, Skillings unable to connect. Buttermore with the puck again. Send the shot on, it goes wide. Dulac unable to get there. Hopefully Buttermore could, but he was unable to do so. All the way back now, Skillings, D-to-D pass, looking for Broughton, shot in front. Cannot be corralled, but again to it here. Wristed shot on, unable to connect. Dulac fires again, still unable to connect as the puck goes back to center as it's lofted along by South St. Paul. Inside 2 minutes to go now as Billy Buttermore leaves the ice. All the way back out through center, high off the glass. Another pass high off the glass. Through center, we'll get a whistle. Not quite sure why we're getting a whistle there. It looks like it'll be another South St. Paul. No, they'll send 2 guys again. Equitable have these officials been. As can't quite see the second number from here. I believe it'll be Betts taking a seat, or Metz rather taking a seat. Cannot quite see. It's weird that the PA announcer has not mentioned both the power play penalties or the incidentals, because I don't know, we announcers would like to know those things. Tied up at the blue line, attacking blue line, nice play there for Duxon, Dylan Duxon, the brother of Dallas Duxon, the player who had the wonderful hair, and we'll get a high stick penalty here. The clock has continued to elapse here now, 55 seconds. This penalty may not matter, as it'll be South St. Paul heading to the box. might take a while here, as I'm sure both teams are just content to run this out. And they'll send 2 and 2 aside now, sitting in the box, 34 seconds and counting. Our score bug just freaking out a little bit. That's okay. It wants Billy Buttermore to score 2. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure that's going to happen in the remainder of this time. 23 seconds and counting to go. Back in the defensive zone to get it are the Packers, as they'll wind the clock down, perhaps trying to get one more shot on goal or a goal for pride in a game in which they have, except for that first period, they were dominated by Mahtomedi tonight. Puck picked up off the half wall. Back through center, a rush. Ramirez had some good chances tonight for South St. Paul. 2-1-0. That'll do it here from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center, with the Zephyrs improving to 5-1 on the season as they defeat the South St. Paul Packers by a final of 6-0. Ben Dardis, the freshman, he will get his 3rd shutout of the season as he remains perfect through 3 appearances for Mahtomedi here. And for South St. Paul, they will fall to 2-4-1. Your goal scorers for Mahtomedi tonight: Colin Hagstrom had a pair, Dylan Lallier had 1, Nikolai Dulak had 1, Noah Skillings had 1, he was the one that scored the first goal, the game winner, and Joe Paradise had 1 as well. For Anthony Miller, Arlen Becker, and our entire SCC production crew, your final score tonight: Mahtomedi 6, South St. Paul 0. This is your home for Mahtomedi Boys Hockey on SCC Sports.